Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Amazing Shinsengumi, Heroes in Love. We are doing our last video with Nagakura Shinpachi. First we're doing the epilogue here, and then we're doing the sequel. So the epilogue, I want to look at that smile as long as I live. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
This is delicious.
Shinpachi's voice echoed in the dojo. He was holding a rice ball I'd made.
Rice balls are the best.
I made a lot, so eat as much as you'd like.
Okay.
Smacking his lips, Shinpachi stuffed his face full of rice balls. I couldn't help but laugh. Right now, he was taking a break from swordsmanship training. I made rice balls for lunch and brought it over to the soldiers.
Your rice balls are delicious, Chizuru. I can see why Captain Nagakura makes such a big fuss.
Really? It makes me really happy if you say it like that.
I thought rice balls tasted the same no matter who made them, but I guess I'm wrong. Yours are exceptionally delicious.
Quit sucking up or Nagakura's gonna get mad. Thanks. As I talked to the soldier, Shinpachi came over to us after finishing another rice ball.
Do you want me to tell you why Chizuru's rice balls taste so good? Yeah, why are they so good? You see, Chizuru's feelings are put into each one. Her feelings? She thinks about us when she makes them, and puts her love into each and every one. That's why they taste so good. You better be thankful to her.
If you say something like that, I might blush a little.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Chizuru.
No, you don't need to thank me. The only things I can help with are cooking and cleaning.
You've helped us out so much with your cooking and cleaning, Chizuru. You might take it for granted, but we're all thankful for the hard work you're doing.
Shinpachi. His words reverberated in my mind.
By the way, Chizuru, I have a favor to ask you.
Anything for you, darling. Okay, ask away.
Could you make some more rice balls? I want you to make even more rice balls than you did today.
More than today. Got it.
Thanks, Chizuru. I owe you one.
What has he got planned?
Sorry to ask you this, but could you make them by sunset?
By sunset? Let me see. If I hurry, I should be able to finish in time.
That's great. I feel guilty, but is that okay?
Of course, leave it to me.
Thanks a lot.
And so I ended up making a bunch of rice balls before sunset. Should I make some more? I was in the kitchen doing my best to make more rice balls. I made about the same amount as I did this afternoon, but I'm sure I need more. But why does Shinpachi need all these rice balls? I thought about it, and I never did hear the reasoning behind his favor. I tilted my head to the side as I made more rice balls. I heard a bright and familiar voice from behind me.
How's it going, Chizuru? I came to help you out.
Shinpachi, are you sure you have time to help me?
I mean, I'm the one who asked you to do this in the first place. It's only natural that I help you. They might end up in strange shapes, but I can make rice balls as well.
Is that so? Then let's make them together.
Yeah.
The two of us started to make rice balls.
I thought it was simple, but it's a lot harder than I thought.
You're doing well, don't worry.
Really?
Oh, it's just off the screen. We don't get to see his rice ball.
You really do work hard, cooking like this every day. I can't compete with you. Thanks for doing this.
No, it's no biggie. I'm just doing what I can to help.
That's what's important. Doing all you can do. I said it earlier, but you might take what you're doing for granted, but everyone around you appreciates your hard work. That's why you should be confident and proud of the things you do for us.
Shinpachi, okay, thanks so much. His words made my chest hot. I smiled and nodded to him. Shinpachi stared at me with his gentle gaze and nodded. I had fun making rice balls with Shinpachi. It was a strange and unique experience. Even Shinpachi, who had trouble making rice balls at first, gradually got better and enjoyed making the rice balls. As I looked at him from the side, I was overcome with happiness and smiled. I didn't know how many rice balls we made. When I laid the next one on the plate, someone's hand suddenly reached out to grab one. He devoured the rice ball. Ah!
Huh, it's good.
Heisuke! Heisuke was the one who took the rice ball. He continued eating the rice ball with pieces of rice on his cheeks.
Heisuke, don't just show up and eat. I thought it would be okay because there are so many, right, Chizuru?
That's true.
Yay! Then I can have one more, right? Hey, no one said that. No more for you.
You don't have to get so angry. You are such a cheapskate, Shinpachi.
Who are you calling a cheapskate? We didn't make these for you.
Then who did you make them for? There's too many to give to just the soldiers.
Heisuke asked what I had been wondering as well.
That doesn't matter. More importantly, you should help us, Heisuke.
What? Why should I?
You took one without permission, right? As your punishment, you need to make some. No, a lot.
But I only ate one. Why do I have to make more than that? That doesn't make sense.
Are we making these for the townspeople?
Yes, it does. The crime you committed is that dire.
Shinpachi grinned as he grabbed the back of Heisuke's neck.
Whoa, wait a minute, stop.
Well, do your best. Make as many as you can.
Jeez. Why did it turn out like this?
Well, you shouldn't have stolen that rice ball. Heisuke surrendered and started helping us. Now there were 3 of us making rice balls. I didn't get to hear the reason why we're making so many. We've already made so many. The kitchen was filled with rice balls. Who's going to eat all these? I can't keep saying rice balls. I have to start using pronouns. I thought that as I did my best to make enough of them before evening. Several hours passed.
Phew, this should be enough. Chizuru, Heisuke, thank you. This should be enough.
Shinpachi wiped the sweat off his forehead.
This is the first time I made so many rice balls. Ugh, I'm so tired.
Even though you're tired, I have one more favor to ask you, Heisuke.
What? Give me a break.
I forgive you for eating the rice ball. I'm just asking you for a simple favor. I want you to help us bring these rice balls somewhere.
Where?
There's no way I could carry all this by myself. I think I'll ask the soldiers from the 2nd Regiment to help out too. Heisuke, help us out.
I guess I have no choice. Fine, I'll help you.
Great, I expect no less from the captain of the 8th Corps.
This is the last time I help you.
Shinpachi, let me help too. If you're taking all the rice balls somewhere, I'll help carry them too.
Thanks, Chizuru, but we'll be fine just us guys. You have other chores you need to finish, right?
But...
It's okay, don't worry about it. We even have the reliable captain of the 8th Corps to help, right, Heisuke?
Like I said, this is the last time. Why don't you stay here, Chizuru? Shinpachi says so too.
I see. I understand. Shinpachi told me not to worry, but it seems like he's the one worrying about me. What's this strange feeling I have? Shinpachi called over the 2nd Regiment. They took the rice balls out, one after another.
Alright, that's all of them. Well then, I'm off.
Why isn't he telling me what's going on here? Shinpachi, Heisuke, and all of the soldiers left. I watched over them as they walked away, but I couldn't get it off my mind. Where are they taking the rice balls? And what are they going to use them for? Shinpachi may have been treating me nicely because I made so many, but I really want to know why he needed them all. I inconspicuously followed behind them. Here I am in ninja mode again. They left the base and walked into town. They went down a street I knew very well. That street is... I wasn't sure, but as soon as I saw the scenery before me, I realized this is where I used to live. Many houses lined up next to mine had been burned. It pained me to see the once familiar scenery change so much. Shinpachi and the others were taking care of me, but there were a lot of people left homeless from the fire. Why did they take me in then, out of everybody? Did Shinpachi make those rice balls for the people affected by the fire? When I thought that, Shinpachi and the others started to pass out rice balls to the people in the houses. I knew it! Shinpachi didn't just hand out rice balls, he spoke wonderfully to each person as well.
How does it taste?
It's really good.
That good, huh? I'm glad to hear that.
Can I have one more?
Yeah, of course. Eat up and get strong.
Okay.
Seeing Shinpachi smile warmed my heart. I realized why he didn't tell me anything about where he was taking the rice balls. If I knew they were coming here, he probably guessed it would hurt me to see the spot where my house burned down. He did it so I wouldn't have to go through that pain all over again. I think that's why he kept this endeavor a secret. I was happy at how sympathetic he was. I respected him even more. I watched over Shinpachi as he handed out the last rice ball. The tenants were so thankful to Shinpachi and the others. Some people even cried. Soon after, Shinpachi and the others waved to the tenants of the house and left. As they did, I walked up to Shinpachi. Shinpachi!
Chizuru, what are you doing here?
Sorry, I was too curious, so I had to follow you guys.
I see. I didn't mean to hide it from you, but I'm sorry for keeping silent about it.
It's okay. I know you were just looking out for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for being so nice to the tenants. I used to live there too. I kept wondering if there was something I could do for those people.
Yeah, I kept thinking that too. Actually, I'm still thinking that. I always ask myself if there's anything I can do for them. I'm always irritated that I can't do anything meaningful to help them.
That's not true. Everyone was so happy. Shinpachi, what did you tell me today? You might take your work for granted, but the people around you are thankful for your efforts. They weren't just happy to have rice balls, they were happy to hear your energetic voice. I think your kindness brought them happiness.
Chizuru.
On the other hand, I came here, but I couldn't do a thing.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, I made most of the rice balls in the first place.
I was talking to one of the tenants, and she knew you really well. When I told her you were doing well at our base, she felt so relieved.
Huh?
There are people out there who are happy just knowing you're alright. Do all that you can do, and things will get better. That's the first step we can take to helping out those people. Say, why don't we come back here again together? We can bring more rice balls, and you can show them how energetic you are. We can at least share our high spirits with them.
Shinpachi. Yeah, next time let me come with you. I want to see everyone again.
That's the spirit. Your smile looks great.
Shinpachi rubbed my head. I was so happy, I couldn't help but smile even more.
I love your smile, Chizuru.
Huh? My heart felt so warm.
My heart feels so warm when I see it. I always want to protect it.
Shinpachi.
What am I saying all of a sudden?
Shinpachi tried to hide his shyness. Then he took my hand and smiled at me.
What I mean is, I want to look at that smile as long as I live. Keep smiling for me, Chizuru.
Okay, I will. Shinpachi, please keep smiling for me too.
Yeah, I will. I promise.
Shinpachi grabbed my hand tightly.
Hey, why don't we go somewhere for a change?
Huh?
We only see each other when we're at the base, right? We've never spent time together outside, not even once.
Now that you bring it up, that's true.
Alright then, today let's make a quick stop before we head home.
A quick stop?
Yeah, do you want to go to a cafe?
Huh? A cafe? Yeah, I want to go.
Your eyes are sparkling. You're so cute. Alright then, let's eat something sweet so we can do our best tomorrow.
Okay. We walked together holding hands as we smiled at each other. Our smiles reflected in each other's eyes. I want to be near a smile always. I'll do my best again tomorrow. I held Shinpachi's hand tightly as I made that vow in my head. That was the sequel, and now we shall read the date scenario. Dating a captain. This is a token of my thanks. One day, I brought tea to Shinpachi's room, and a soldier visiting Shinpachi had his head down low.
Captain Nagakura, I'll never forget what you've done for me.
Whoa, you don't need to kneel down like that.
The soldier's eyes were wet as he kneeled on the floor bowing his head. Shinpachi helped him up.
You were in trouble. Why didn't you say anything sooner? You don't need to be so distant.
It's hard to ask people for money.
You bonehead. Who else were you going to rely on? You should always come to me first.
Captain Nagakura, thank you so very much.
I sat in the corner of the room watching them, so I wouldn't disturb them. When they finished talking, the soldier bowed his head for a second time and left the room. Shinpachi looked worried watching the soldier leave. It was like Shinpachi was a reliable and kind older brother.
I can't believe he was so hesitant to talk to me.
What's wrong?
He was having money troubles, so I lent him some cash.
A little?
Yeah, about 15 euro.
That's quite a bit. I don't know exactly how much, but that's quite a bit. But 15 euro? That's a lot of money!
Huh? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Shinpachi seemed indifferent about it, but I was shocked, and my eyes were wide open. Is it okay to lend him that much money?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It may not look like it, but I got a lot saved up. That guy's younger brother came down with a serious illness. His family is poor. They didn't have enough money for treatment. After hearing that, I wanted to help him out. I can lend him the money. It's a simple task. After taking in all those thoughts, I decided to lend him the money.
So that's what happened. It was just like Shinpachi to take care of his men. He had an invigorating smile on his face. As I looked at Shinpachi, who was so sympathetic, my respect for him was renewed.
Not to mention, I rarely ever use my money. To tell you the truth, I never have a chance to spend it.
You could spend it on me! Buy something besides shoes. Oh, I see. You're always so busy. You don't have enough time to spend your money.
It's more like I don't know what to spend it on.
Me! Spend it on me!
I send some to the countryside. I lend it to the soldiers. That's about all I use my money for.
You use your money for other people. You're such a kind person, Shinpachi.
No, it's not like that at all. I just don't want anything. Sometimes I feel like spending money on myself too.
Shinpachi stretched his arm out to grab a teacup.
Yeah, I think you should spend a little money on yourself sometimes. Whoa, Sanosuke.
All of a sudden, Sanosuke was standing in Shinpachi's front door. Shinpachi was shocked, but Sanosuke didn't care and kept talking.
Shinpachi, you are too apathetic. That's not true. Yes, it is. Then let me ask you this. How long have you been wearing that kimono? Huh? I've been wearing this even before I came to Kyoto. I forgot when I started wearing it. That's what I meant. That's your problem. Sometimes you need to wear a new and fashionable kimono. Why should I? I'm not interested in fashion. You are so clueless. What I'm trying to say is, you need to look more fashionable sometimes. Fashionable? What kind of nonsense are you spouting out? Why do I have to do that? You are something else. Do you really not know?
Sanosuke was taken aback and slowly shifted his eyes toward me. I didn't understand why Sanosuke was looking at me. I was confused. I wasn't the only one confused. Shinpachi's mouth was open and his head was tilted as he spoke.
Is there something wrong with Chizuru?
Sanosuke looked worn out after hearing Shinpachi's words. He let out a deep sigh.
What I'm trying to say is, you should try and dress better to impress your lover. Lover? You...
Shinpachi's face was flushed red, and he couldn't speak properly.
If you say it like that, you make it sound like I'm a slob.
Yeah, Shinpachi is fine the way he is.
Oh, that's great, Chizuru. Tell him some more.
You want me to keep singing your praises in front of, Sanosuke here?
My clothes may be old, but I do pay attention to what I wear. You have some nerve saying that, when you forgot to shave today. What? I was about to shave now. If you continue to be sloppy like that, some playboy might steal Chizuru away from you.
Are you speaking for yourself there, Sanosuke?
Huh? Chizuru is so cute, and such a good girl, don't you think?
Sanosuke smiled straight at me.
Hey, don't look at Chizuru with your perverted smile. That's rude, you know, calling my smile perverted. Anyway, I only spoke the truth. I wish you would just listen to my advice. What do you mean advice? That's all nonsense.
Shinpachi tried to pull himself together and drank some tea. However, it looked like something was on his mind.
Say, Chizuru.
Yeah?
Do you think fashionable men are better?
No, not at all.
Then, what would you think if Shinpachi wore a new, more fashionable kimono?
I'm sure it would be wonderful, but...
See what Chizuru's saying? I see.
No, hypothetically speaking, of course.
Alright, I got it.
Huh?
I think I'll try using my money on myself for a change. This is a great opportunity. I think I'll buy a brand new kimono.
Oh god, it's gonna be something horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the spirit. Alright then, now that that's settled, I'm off to the city. Chizuru, I'm going out for a bit. Thanks for the tea.
Take me with you and let me choose it. Okay. Shinpachi left Sanosuke and I alone. He walked off in high spirits. You left me alone with Sanosuke?
Shinpachi might become a playboy if this keeps up.
Shinpachi has always been charming, though.
It's fine. This will give him a chance to spend money on himself. It's the money he earned for putting his life on the line. First of all, money is something you're supposed to spend on yourself, not others. Shinpachi is too nice. If he's too nice to other people, that means he'll lose a lot of money. I don't want to see that happen to him.
Sanosuke was looking out for Shinpachi in his own way.
Well then, I'm looking forward to seeing the new Shinpachi.
Me too. We both smiled in unison.
Shinpachi sure is taking his time.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. A few hours passed since Shinpachi left to buy his brand new kimono. It was already dark out, and we were still waiting for Shinpachi to come back. You don't think he's having trouble choosing a kimono, do you?
He might be desperately searching for a kimono that would look nice to you.
You don't mean...
Did you see Shinpachi's face when I said, some playboy might steal you from him? His face was pale, and he was twitching all over. That's the first time I've seen him like that. And that just shows how important you are to him, Chizuru. I'm sure he doesn't want to give you to anyone else.
You really think so?
Of course. Shinpachi has changed after meeting you.
How did he change?
How should I put it? It's like he found something important and doesn't want to lose it. Until now, he didn't care if he died. But now he wants to keep living no matter what. His mindset has completely changed. I'm sure he doesn't want to lose you or your future together.
After hearing that from Sanosuke, I remembered a few words Shinpachi told me once. They were from the night Shinpachi and I spent together.
It's no good. Even if it's not allowed, it's too late to keep my feelings inside. When I was at Ikedaya, I thought I couldn't die yet. I wished I could continue living with you.
Shinpachi...
Sorry for saying this all of a sudden, but I can't keep my feelings in anymore. I love you, Chizuru. Will you stay by my side?
After remembering that night, my face was glowing red. Shinpachi told me that. He said he couldn't die yet. He wanted to continue living with me. Sanosuke said the same thing, and it made me happy for some reason. He doesn't want to lose our time together in the present or the future. As I thought about Shinpachi, I heard the sound of a door opening from the entrance of the base. Oh, maybe Shinpachi's back.
Well, I'm sure that's him. Let's see what kind of clothes he bought.
I'm afraid. I was excited. Sanosuke was eager as well and went down to the hall toward the front door. Next, I heard Sanosuke shout from down the hall.
Oh, Shinpachi, those clothes!
After hearing Sanosuke's words, I wondered what was going on and ran out into the hall. Do we get to see? When I did...
What? Why are you so surprised?
Did he buy something new that looks exactly the same? Shinpachi was standing there wearing the same old kimono. Shinpachi, didn't you go out to buy a new kimono?
Yeah, well, that's what I planned on doing.
Shinpachi was hiding something behind his back. He slowly brought it forward. This is... He pulled out something unexpected. I was so shocked I couldn't speak. Sanosuke started talking to break the silence.
Shinpachi, that is fashionable, but that's a woman's kimono. Of course. That's not what I'm trying to say. Why did you buy a woman's kimono instead of a man's? I started looking for clothes for myself, but a kimono in the women's clothes section caught my eye. I thought it would look great on Chizuru if she wore it. I just had to buy it. That's why, if you'd like, I would like you to wear this kimono.
Shinpachi?
Oh, that's right. I bought a hairpin that matches the kimono.
Shinpachi pulled out a colorful hairpin with small flowers on it. Oh, it's so pretty. I've never seen a hairpin this beautiful. Are you sure it's okay for me to wear these things?
Of course, why not? I bought them for you. You don't have to hold back. Take them. You're always helping me out around the base, so... This is a token of my thanks.
For me? Shinpachi, thank you so much.
Jeez, you didn't even end up using any money on yourself. No, that's not true. I wanted to see Chizuru's face full of joy when I gave her these gifts. If you look at it like that, I spent the money for myself, right? I feel really satisfied after seeing Chizuru smile like that. I swear, that's just you, Shinpachi. Sheesh, I waited this long to see you in your new kimono, all that time wasted. I'll be leaving now. You two take your time.
Sanosuke waved his hand and left us. You were supposed to buy a kimono for yourself. Are you sure this is okay?
Yeah, it's no problem at all. My clothes might be a bit old, but I can still wear them for a while. I get really attached to things even after using it once. I want to use them for as long as I can. Or should I have bought a cool new kimono to wear?
Couldn't you have bought both? Or was my kimono that expensive? Shinpachi looked a bit worried, but I smiled and shook my head. No, not at all. I think you're so magnificent the way you value your things.
Magnificent? Really?
Yes, you're really magnificent.
I see. I'm happy to hear that coming from you. Hey, why don't you try on the kimono?
Okay, I will.
Oh, really? I'm so happy. Alright, try it on.
Got it. I immediately tried them on. The clothes Shinpachi had bought, just for me. How is it? I put the new kimono on and walked in front of Shinpachi.
Oh, it's cute.
Really? I'm so glad.
Yeah, it looks great on you. Good thing I chose that one. Here, I'll put the hairpin on for you. Come a little closer.
Shinpachi invited me over. I stood right next to him. He gently stroked my hair and slowly put the hairpin on for me.
Yeah, that hairpin looks great on you.
I'm so happy. Shinpachi gently gazed at me while I relished my happiness.
You're already so cute normally, but now you look even cuter. And then again, that means more men will be crowding around you.
That's not true.
You don't even know how charming you really are.
Do you really think so?
But I started to think it's okay if other men crowd around you.
What?
That just means I have to knock each and every one of them out.
Shinpachi?
So don't worry. You can be as cute as you want to be.
Oh, jeez. I don't want you to be that violent. Shinpachi.
You're so cute. I love it when you're shy like that.
He put his arm around my hips.
Oh, I can't help it. I want you so bad I can't even think straight.
He undid the sash holding my kimono together. Oh, I just put it on too.
It's your fault, Chizuru. You're just too attractive.
Shinpachi gently caressed my cheek and kissed me. His kisses became more and more intense as he ravaged my lips. He then slid his hand into my kimono and onto my breast. My body started to burn as he pressed down on my chest. The kimono I had just put on was now completely off. I saw it out of the side of my eye. I felt Shinpachi's strong feelings for me today once again. The ecstasy I felt now on my face, I was drunk on the sweet nectar before me. I wish this happiness would continue forever. As I wished that, in the midst of embarrassment and joy, I put my arms around Shinpachi's neck. Oh, that just felt like such a... why'd they have to drop it off there? It always has to be mid-scene. Well, at least we finally got a little extra action in the date scenario. Man, after having our nice scene in Chapter 5, I was really surprised we didn't have a little more passion in his route. Well, Shinpachi is a real sweetheart, but I really wish he would have been just a little bit more aggressive. We'll be starting Hajime tomorrow, and I'm really curious about how he's going to be. I hope he's a little bit aggressive and passionate too. I mean, the first two guys I played, they were possessive and all right from the beginning, and it was really nice. I like that. But, yeah, Shinpachi, not so much. I hope we see that more with the other two guys. Hey, Skei! Hajime, don't disappoint me. Well, I wanted to start with Hajime tonight, but I'm really not feeling well, and I've been having a hard time with these readings because of my sinuses. So, yeah, sorry about the quality, but I really wanted to get through his at least tonight. So tune in the next day, please, to see Hajime start off. Alright, well anyway, hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.